Hey. That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
He did what?
Jackpot, baby!
Ice up, son. Ice up. That is blasphemous. You can put it on the board. Yes.
And this might be an unpopular opinion. This might be a what you might call a hot take. But this is just what I'm feeling. With a Super Bowl ring, I think Matt Stafford cements his name into the Hall of Fame. And I know that there are people that are laughing at that. I know that there are people that are saying, you are absolutely insane. I know there are people that might be saying, are you feeling okay? Yes, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling more than great. I'm feeling awesome. Matt Stafford, if you go back and watch his career with the Lions, he was great. He was awesome. The Detroit Lions wasted his career. Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, the Detroit Lions are like the garbage can for great careers. Because you go and have a great career, and nobody really takes you seriously because you're like, it's the Detroit Lions, the laughing stock of the league. But for Matt Stafford to come out and play the way he's played this season shows that, hey, what he did with the Lions wasn't just some kind of crazy deal, right? Matthew Stafford, I'm telling you, with a Super Bowl ring, he is a Hall of Famer in my book. And again, that may sound crazy, that may sound laughable, and I'm not against that. I'm okay for a good laugh, right? Who doesn't like a good laugh? But I am serious about that. And the Rams team, it's kind of, I guess you could say where they are, making it to the NFC Championship. I think you could say that it's just kind of odd. And what I mean by that is, going into the season, you weren't really sure what you would see from Matt Stafford on a new team. You weren't really sure what you would see from, just the Rams in general, right? And then halfway through the season, they make some more moves. They get OBJ, they get Von Miller, and so there was never a point in time where you were like, I am certain that this Rams team is the best team in the NFC. They were always kind of under the shadow of Tampa Bay and Green Bay and even Arizona at one point. And now they come and they destroy the Cardinals in the wild card round. They hang on to beat the Buccaneers in the divisional round, and all of a sudden they're, in the NFC Championship and could become the second straight team to go to the Super Bowl in the year that they were hosting it. Because remember, last year the Buccaneers went to the Super Bowl and won it, and the Super Bowl was at Raymond James Stadium where the Buccaneers play home games. This year, the Super Bowl is at SoFi Stadium in LA where the Rams and Chargers play. So, to start the season, everybody was obviously recognizing that the Rams had talent, right? Cam Akers and, even Henderson Jr., or Darrell Henderson Jr., Matt Stafford, everybody realized, yeah, he's good. He came out and had a really stellar season. Everybody was like, yeah, Tyler Higbee's really good. Everybody knew about Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd and Jalen Ramsey. Everybody knew about Robert Woods and all those guys, right? But for them to be considered a team that could be going to the Super Bowl, I always felt like anytime somebody said that the Rams were a Super Bowl team, you're kind of like, I don't know about that, right? Anytime somebody said the Rams to the Super Bowl, you kind of felt like Al Michaels when he was calling that Raiders-Chargers game and the Chargers called a timeout. I don't know, right? Because at least me, personally, I was always feeling like it was going to be Packers or Bucks again. And then the Rams were kind of like, well, I don't know. And I think that's I think that is, reasonable. I think that is something that I can level with, right? But I think the Rams, you never really knew what to expect from them. Because even when they were having their stretch of really good games, right? Even when the Rams were, killing it out there, right? And the Rams were winning a few games in a row, they always had that game a few weeks later where they would throw a real stinker out there, right? Where they would come back out and they would lose a game when you look back on it and you're like, wait, they lost that game? Like, after the Titans game, right, where Matthew Stafford just had a really bad game, the Rams, like, people were calling a lot of, or questioning them a lot. And, you know, they would kind of, you know, win a few games, and everybody's like, yeah. And they lose, and then it's like, whoa, I don't know about that. And, yeah. That's just kind of how the Rams were. Like, they were just up and down. Like, you're like, yay, oh, no. Yeah, no. Like, it was just kind of like, you knew that they had talent, right? You knew they had potential, but it was just a matter of putting it into action. It was just a matter of going out and doing it. And boy, oh boy, did they come out in the playoffs and I mean, they did it, right? They absolutely crushed it so far. You know, they made the Cardinals look like a high school team, and then they were crushing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then Brady did his thing where he comes back in a heroic fashion, and then the Rams said, nope, not today. And now, all of a sudden, they are kind of expected at this point to go to the Super Bowl, right? They're playing the Niners, and